Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So a $500 increase for a lot of Social Security beneficiaries plus a 2% increase for all others could possibly be on the line this year in 2024, and one lawmaker is calling out and saying that we need to pass this bill this year in 2024. We're going to be giving an update on that. Plus, even though Nikki Haley has been on the receiving end of a lot of attacks regarding her stances on Social Security, she's saying that she's not exactly alone among these Republicans making these attacks, so we'll be going over that as well. But before we go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Plus, if you would like to receive 3 free stocks or possibly more from Webull worth up to $9,000, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Webull. All you got to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then deposit at least 1 penny. At that point, Webull will be sending you at least 3 stocks valued all the way up to $9,000. And if you do not want to invest at this point in time, all you have to do is just sell those stocks for what they're worth and then transfer the cash value, once again worth all the way up to $9,000, right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into our lead story of today's video, and of course that involves Nikki Haley, and she's saying that even though she's been on the receiving end of a lot of attacks of her stance on Social Security and raising the full retirement age up to 70, and perhaps even the minimum retirement age up to maybe 67 or possibly even higher than that, she's saying that she's not exactly alone, that both Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis also advocated for cutting Social Security benefits before. So according to CNN, the former UN ambassador's campaign called Trump's ad a lie and said his, quote, do-nothing plan for Social Security would lead to its demise. So basically, Trump recently came out with an ad attacking Nikki Haley and her stance on Social Security, saying that she wants to cut the benefits and all this. She went on to say that all of Donald Trump's attacks ads prove is that he is terrified of Nikki Haley's rise, said Haley's spokeswoman Nachama Solvik. Haley's campaign went on to point out that Trump has also advocated raising the retirement age to keep the program solvent. During Trump's presidency and in the lead up to the 2024 primary contest, he cast himself as a stalwart to protect the entitlement program, even after his administration regularly proposed cuts to Social Security in his budget proposals. The former president has been quick to respond when it suggested he's targeting the program. In 2020, during a World Economic Forum interview, Trump said that at some point he would have to consider cutting entitlement programs. Democrats quickly pounced, and the then president moved to do damage repair. He tweeted, quote, I have totally left it alone, as promised, and will save it, illustrating how much he wanted to present himself as an opponent of the cuts. So basically, Trump said that we need to cut some entitlement programs. He didn't necessarily say that Social Security was one of those entitlement programs that needed to be cut. Now, as a candidate for the House in 2012, DeSantis also supported Ryan's plans to privatize Social Security. In an interview with a local Florida newspaper, DeSantis said it was, quote, unsustainable to allow seniors to retire before their late 60s, and said the program should be restructured for people in my generation. While in Congress, DeSantis voted for non-binding budget resolutions that would have made age 70 the new threshold for seniors to collect their federal benefits. DeSantis has since distanced himself from those positions. He has made vague promises to change the program for future generations in a, quote, bipartisan way, but has offered few details. So basically, DeSantis, while in Congress before he was the governor of Florida, voted once again 3 times to raise that age up to 70 from where it is at 67, saying that 67 it was way too early to begin collecting those benefits. But since he's realized that now he's at the federal level, he has to sort of, distance himself from those positions and move a lot closer to the center. Now, of course, in some other news, we have one lawmaker who, for the past several years has actually wanted to increase benefits by a substantial amount. For some people, it would be worth up to $500 more per month, which would be a great amount. And then for everyone else, it would be 2%. So here we have John Larson. He's coming out and saying 2024 has to be the year. Let's finally vote on this bill. Let's finally pass it. Let's increase all these benefits for Social Security. We're going to watch this video by him, and then we're going to come back to talk about his plan.
This Congress that we're all a part of has not enhanced Social Security, now going on 53 years. So it was 1971 was the last time the United States Congress, which has the responsibility, enhanced Social Security for any of its recipients. 10,000 baby boomers a day become eligible for Social Security. And since 1971, Congress has not taken any action. I'm joined by my colleagues today as we come to this floor and beseech our fellow colleagues to do one simple thing: vote.
So there we have it. John Larson saying that 2024 needs to be the year that we finally put this bill on the floor for a vote. Let's get it done. Let's see what exactly this bill does. So we can see right from his website that it's going to increase and expand 12 essential benefits. So it's going to increase benefits across the board by 2% for all Social Security beneficiaries. This will be the first time in 52 years. It's also going to improve the cost of living adjustment. So it's either going to go off the CPIE or the CPIW each year. You are going to receive a higher benefit. It's also going to increase benefits to lower income seniors. It's going to improve benefits for widows and widowers from 2 income households. It's going to restore student benefits up to age 26. It's going to increase access to benefits for children living with grandparents or other relatives. It's also going to repeal the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset that currently penalize many public servants. It's going to end the 5-month waiting period to receive disability benefits. It's going to increase benefits by an additional 5% for the most elderly who have been receiving benefits for 15 years or more. It's also going to provide caregiver credits to ensure that people, parentheses, mostly women, are not penalized in retirement for taking time out of the workforce to take care of children or other dependents. It's going to end the disability cliff, replacing it with a gradual offset for earnings. It's going to cut taxes for middle-income beneficiaries. It's going to correct an unintended flaw in how Social Security benefits are wage indexed to prevent benefits from dropping a notch if the wage index decreases. It's also going to ensure that the benefits do not result in a reduced SSI payments or a loss of eligibility for Medicaid or CHIP. And then it's going to combine the OASI and the Disability Insurance Trust funds into one fund to ensure these seamless benefit payments. Now, the one big thing here out of all this is perhaps raising the special minimum benefit. They're going to do this. They're going to raise it up to 25% above the federal poverty line. And that's actually going to work out to a $500 per month increase if they get this done. So we can see the facts here. Right now in 2024, the special minimum benefit for someone with 30 years of coverage is $1,066.50. You can see that right up there on the screen. Then this year, in 2024, the federal poverty line for a one-person household is $15,060. So basically, what we would be doing here is we'd be taking the $15,060, which is the federal poverty line, and we'd be multiplying that by 25%. It'd be 25% above that line. That would come out to $18,825 per year, or that would work out to $1,568.75 per month. So basically right now, those receiving the special minimum benefit, once again, is $1,066.50. So it would work out to an increase of $502.25. So that's a really, really great increase. Now, the problem is right now in the House of Representatives, which is where this bill is being introduced by John Larson, we have Republicans with a slim majority. And the problem is Republicans are not in support of this bill. The reason they're not in support of this bill is because they do not support tax increases, which is what this bill would do, at least for those earning above $400,000 per year. Now, one could sit around and blame Republicans for not allowing this bill to pass, but we also have to keep in mind that Democrats had the majority in the House from the years of 2021 and 2022. So they also had 2 years where they had a pretty good majority in the House of Representatives, and not once did Nancy Pelosi put this bill on the floor for a vote. So clearly, it doesn't seem like really, a lot of Democrats care about passing this bill either. So even though we can, we could easily point the blame at Republicans for not voting on this bill or not passing it, holding it up in the House. But once again, for 2 years, 2021 and 2022, Democrats had a solid majority in the House, and not once did they even try to pass this bill. So all around, it doesn't seem like either party really cares about protecting or increasing Social Security benefits, unfortunately. But again, prove me wrong. Let's see if 2024 is the year they do something to reform Social Security. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are below, but that's all we have for today's video. I certainly hope you enjoyed and found value out of it. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.